Okay, hey guys, what's up? It's Mark.
And Henry.
And today we're doing things a little bit differently. This is actually an edited, truncated version of the original Let's Play that we did because we went through a few, let's say, issues trying to get this worked out.
Yeah, you could say that. It was a mess. And also, when we realized that this specific episode didn't have commentary because we forgot to record our voices during it, we ended up editing it down from like over 2 hours just because that would be a lot of post-commentary.
Yeah, and who knows, if we end up liking this, maybe we'll keep doing it this way in the future. But let's back up a little bit and explain why this happened in the first place, and also what took so long for this particular episode, plus all the other episodes that we've released, because here's the thing, we uploaded 2 episodes, and then disaster struck us with the Extreme Makeover Sims Bustin Edition. And basically we lost half of the footage, specifically Henry's half.
Yeah, we were using a DVD recorder to actually burn it onto actual CDs, and those CDs went missing, so...
Yeah, so isn't that great? So we lost half the footage, which, you know, fantastic. We do still have the commentary for those, though, so I might release those someday. I've been thinking about it. We'll see what happens.
You'll finally be able to see Chip's interpretation of the worst house in the entire game.
Well, we'll get to that eventually, too, on here. But, yeah, so discovering that we lost that, we were trying to think, okay, what can we do? What is our solution for this problem? And we tried a few different things. We tried to cheat in a new game on the PS2 version, and the cheats worked. Sorta.
But they didn't actually work?
Yeah, they like halfway worked. And we're like, well, that's not gonna... that's not a good long-term solution for this, so whatever.
Yeah.
Guess we just won't do that. So then we're like, okay, well, let's jump to the GameCube version, because, the GameCube will look slightly better, and, whatever else.
Unlike the Xbox version, we were like, that way it's easier to take a save from, like if we did something and we wanted to have 2 copies of it, it's a hell of a lot easier on GameCube than trying to do it on Xbox with the Xbox memory card that doesn't like to transfer saves with every game, and it's all a bit
Yeah, messy. I gotta say, for like as open and great as the software on the original Xbox is, there's no good save managers, which is weird. But the GameCube, which is freshly hacked with PicoBoot, is actually really easy to transfer save files and stuff. I can just copy them directly from the memory card to an SD card.
Yeah, or just, put it on an actual memory card that works on all games and isn't like the original Xbox that for some reason not every game is compatible with, which is my biggest problem with it. It's so annoying.
Yeah, it's like... It's a bit of a clusterfuck, but anyways... So we got to here, right? So we were going to do it on GameCube. We discovered, we have these save files. Oh shit, we were playing this.
We're like halfway through the game.
We had completely forgotten that we were even doing a Sims Bustin' Out Let's Play on GameCube. Like, 100% just straight up forgot.
I have no clue the last time that it would have been uploaded. I'm sure Chip might have an idea.
I'll put a picture of when the last one before this recent round of them were uploaded in.
It was pretty old.
Yeah, it's been a while to say the least. And because we hit disaster with the other half, and I guess that just kind of tanked my motivation for it for a while.
Yeah.
To the point where we forgot this was a thing. We discovered our save files, went, oh, well, let's just finish out this, and then we'll have a blank GameCube save.
And then this time, because you were saying that about it being easier, we'll just copy and actually save mine, and then we can upload it onto Archive or something so that other people can find it, and it's not impossible like it was.
Yeah, okay, because there's a lot of 100% save files or whatever that I can find, but they always change the houses.
Which, I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. You pretty much need to do that to get through a lot of the game, but at the same time, if you're trying to do a challenge like we were doing with the home makeover, that's not it's not possible. So This way, now, we'll have a 100% save file, except maybe marriage. I think marriage... No, actually, because you'll get it from my save. So, yeah, it'll be a 100% save
And
where all the houses, including multiplayer, have not been touched.
Yep. And even when we go on and when you have Sims Baby, and Sophia makes memes about it for months.
Yeah, so that's the long and short of what happened. So I guess with that out of the way, and now knowing the context of why all this has come so late and everything else, we can apologize for that, because
I've been meaning to do stuff on my own, and honestly, because of
life gets in the way.
Because of our issues with doing all this too, it kind of demotivated me for a while, and I'm sure that happened to Chip too. So it's
yeah, and plus life
happens.
Yeah, shit's been so busy lately that I just have not felt like doing much of anything for the channel. When you reach that point where you're busy, and I got promoted not too long ago, so I've had more responsibility at work and everything else, and then you get home and you're just like, fuck, I just want to enjoy myself. I don't want to record.
It's I
like doing it, but
the other problem too is that God, there's some games that I really want to. God damn it, Goldie! I really want to do, but then I also.
Oh yeah, so this right here, when we were building out the kitchen and stuff, and she just kept getting in the fucking way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know in our original original commentary for this, we were like, what are we gonna do about, Goldie? Are we gonna trap her in a room, or with Dudley? And we decided eventually, we're just gonna let her do whatever.
Yeah.
And
of course, you can't move the stupid pool in this house.
Oh god, yeah, I hate that. Why does it not want to rest over half the spaces that it could easily rest on? I don't understand.
It's because pools in Busting Out are broken.
You have to rest the pool first, then build around it.
Yeah, it's one of the more
annoying. That's pretty much the only way you can do it.
Yeah, it's one of the more so annoying mechanics of the game.
Yeah, but whatever. Not a big deal.
Nah.
But
although, speaking of this specific room and the way that we're building it out right now, God, remember when we were doing it, and I don't know why, but we forgot that the Sims in this one always will auto-path to one chair to see if it's full. Go to the next chair. Every time your Sim stops for a second, wonders why there's somebody in the chair. And so, especially with the way the house is set up, I think it really freaked out the AI. So you would spend 2 hours in-game just standing there around.
Going, I don't know.
While you've got the food in your hand, you just eat the stupid food, and they won't ever eat it. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, no, this house design is so annoying.
There's a reason why I bulldoze it every time.
Yeah, we're definitely, when it comes time for the Extreme Makeover version of this house is going to get a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Because the base design here is fucking atrocious. The only house I can think of that might be worse than this one in terms of base design
is that one house.
Is Club Rub. That's the only place I can think of that might be
Casa Caliente is
No, Casa Caliente is nice because it's just a regular-ass house. It's just a regular-ass house, so it's super easy to get stuff done in there.
Oh, man.
But fucking, these weird houses where sometimes you're just desperately trying to get things to work within the confines of it. Unless you want to spend 2 hours bulldozing it and rebuilding it, which we do sometimes, but in the interest of not, taking up the entire Let's Play time with that, fuck it.
Yeah. I know, it's so frustrating. The other really annoying thing about this house that I just don't really get is that, I forget, did we add in the kitty bed yet?
No, that comes later.
I love that we added in the kitty beds. That's
but yeah, this
house,
it has, not only is it just super annoying in general, but it has some of the most obnoxious requirements to get out of here. Like,
see, I like this house.
I love this game. I freaking love this game, but I hate and Henry really especially hates all the parties you have to do here.
I don't like parties, and especially I don't like, because...
I think during the commentary that we originally did that didn't get recorded, you were like, sim parties might be the only thing that's worse than sim babies.
Yeah. Although the other thing, too, with this house in specific, that I don't know if you'll agree with on me...
And because Henry complained so much about the parties, I did cut most of them.
Yes, because they were so pointless.
Well, we needed them in order to get members.
No, I know, but like...
So I kept the first party intact, and then the rest of them, I edited it down to like us declaring the party, and then to a little bit before I made the deal to get the person, so they could see that we actually did the stuff, and we didn't just cheat or whatever. No, we did actually do everything here. And if there's, if people complain about the fact that I truncated the footage, then I'll release the whole thing if it matters to somebody. I doubt it will. It's not like we're submitting this for a speed run or something.
Yeah.
But if somebody out there is gonna whine at us about the fact that I edited it down, I can release the whole version. Just keep in mind, it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
We could release
it's
out the
long fucking raw
footage. We could
footage.
submit it as a slow run because it took that long. No, but for real. So one thing that I just in Sims especially, I will go through and I will max out my friendship with every person as soon as I can when I'm playing it on my own. But it takes like 30 hours or whatever to do that. And so whenever you're not doing that, though, it makes it really hard to do all the stupid party stuff. Because sometimes you can just get away with, like, if you do that, it's so fast. You just go up to the person, invite them, and they always will accept it because they're at 100% friendship or whatever. But when you're not doing that with, 30 people, it's so frustrating.
I think, honestly, that the parties here are the easy ones. The hard ones is fucking party at Dudley's, because the only feasible way for that for that house, that particular requirement to work, is if you do pretty much what Henry says and just make friends with everybody. Like, it shouldn't be that difficult.
You have to have,
because in theory,
10 friendship with every
5
or 5 friendship with every person at the party. But if you only get up to, say, 5 friendship before you go, then by the time the party ends, you always have, 1 or 2 down. And it's
yeah, so you pretty much have to either set it up in advance the best you can, which, good luck, because it just always invites random sims. You don't get a choice in who gets to go.
The only way you can kind of cheese it is if you do, a specific pathway. So, if you just charge straight here, then when you do party at Dudley's,
there's going to be less possible people.
Yeah, it's a smaller... Or if you do what we did when we first played the game and got really confused by it, where we went and did party at Dudley's after we already beat the game, more or less, and then have, it just be impossible.
Yeah, by that point, it literally is just impossible. Unless you were like Henry and just diligent and making friends with literally every person you ever encountered.
Yeah.
Which, let's be real, we're not going to do that. We don't have the time to do that.
As I said, it's something you can only realistically do in a, in a casual playthrough you're taking a lot of time on.
Yeah. And another thing I did was I cut out, which, yeah, you can see the jump that happened there. I cut out the footage of us in between work.
Nothing happens.
Let me tell you, that on its own probably cut out at least 40 minutes. Because there was a lot of just dead space with us at work.
Yeah.
So I cut from a little bit after we got on the bus to a little bit before we got back. I think the way I tried to time it was every time you heard the sound of the bus engine coming up.
You idiot.
Yeah,
that happened a few times where we would get to the bed, we would start to get changed, and then fall asleep.
Oh yeah, I also cut out all the footage of us being asleep. Oh, and here's, I think, about where we're going to get the kitty bed.
Oh yeah, this is the first time of Goldie being annoying about
Yeah, because she went over and, like, tried to sleep with us a few times and kept going, oh, nope, don't know them well enough.
Admittedly,
so I'm like,
it was really funny.
I'm like, should I get them a kitty bed? And Henry's like, yes. So, kitty bed it is.
Admittedly, it was pretty funny. And do we have... I hope we have the footage of sleep blocking in here.
Yes, we do.
Because we found this weird-ass strat that kind of worked one time.
Yes,
and it was pretty funny.
We do have that footage. Don't worry, that is here.
I wonder if that is a... I wonder if anybody's posted it to the speedrunning forums yet. You know, I bet you that could save some frames.
I don't think so. If anything, it costs us time.
What, having somebody wake up and
and then force you back to bed?
Yeah, so that they can go to... Or so, like, the person whose alarm it is can go to work while the other person isn't awake. You just have to find a way to manipulate which one wakes up and which one is blocked. Man, your amiibo collection is so big now.
Yeah.
It's starting to look like a proper Smash roster.
I almost have enough amiibos at this point to do a full tournament of them. But yeah, the other thing about this house that was honestly kind of annoying was really just...
was the fact that you called people over every day, and I was like...
Yeah, and Henry's just like, stop partying! Oh, and then I pissed myself there.
Yeah, it's because Chip is pissing himself while we're supposed to be partying heartily.
Yeah, Henry's like, I hate sim parties, stop at the parties!
And they're so annoying. They slow down everything, they have people come into the house, which is already terrible in the first place.
Henry likes living as a hermit.
Especially in The Sims. You just can't do anything else. Hermitage is the best.
Hermitage is the best.
You know,
oh my
hey
gosh.
Chip, you know what my favorite building in Civ 4 is? The Hermitage.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, honestly...
Yay, we got her hat.
The other... I was going to say the other big thing that was kind of annoying about this the whole time was simply the fact that the AI that controls Goldie and Max is so annoying.
It's so
all
bad.
they do is just work out constantly.
I mean, admittedly, it's like every other gym bro that I've ever met, but like...
Yeah, they're just like, oh, have like a free second, oh, better go fucking lift weights or some shit. And it's like, no, you dumbass, stop that. You need to go to work. And it was especially annoying with Goldie, because Max, we could at least say, no, stop that, and have him do other things. I think I ended up making him study mech a lot.
Yeah.
So we could fix broken shit, but...
Admittedly, he never got high enough, because we ended up having to fix the broken stuff in the house when it broke. Like,
well, I mean, to be fair, we are level 10.
No, you are level 10, I wasn't yet.
You are by the end of the house.
Yeah, I was grinding out the levels in this house, honestly.
Yeah, by the time you reach the end of the house, you are level 10, so that doesn't really matter. But, yeah. And we also used a new capture card for this. One that I found at Savers for like $3. And then ended up having to buy a new AC adapter for $20.
I know.
Which pretty much negated the potential savings I got on that.
I need to...
Since on eBay, this particular model is like $20, and it comes with a remote and stuff, which I didn't have.
I know, I want to find it on eBay and pick it up, because it's a really nice capture card, and then I can use all of my stuff in my closet.
Yeah, it's not too expensive, and and like, I mean, as you can see from the footage, the quality is there. Like, it doesn't look bad or anything.
I mean, it's just an S-video composite and component?
Yeah.
And component capture card, I mean.
Yeah, because component's what's running through it right now for The Sims. Oh.
It's funny, though. I've got... So my TV that I've got, my CRT, has a built-in composite out. So even though there's going to be component, like, going into the TV, then it's going to be outputting in composite anyways to the capture card, so whatever. Oh god, this is the point where you finally turned on free will.
Yep.
So now we've got the chaos ensuing.
But we had to turn it on so our Sims would get food after it gets made. Because if we didn't do that, there would be times where we just forget to schedule to eat. The only thing with that is there would be poop food, as Henry called it.
Yeah, Goldie likes to lay poop food.
Yeah, she likes to cook, which is fine, except she only has like 3 cooking or less.
Oh god, and then Chip's starting up another party again.
Yep, I'm telling you, I do that all the time.
Pretty much this whole house is just partying.
It pretty much is, like... oh, and I got the Japanese version of this game, which is just called The Sims.
Yeah. So, in Japan, this, like, Sims Busting Out and the Game Boy Advance Sims Busting Out are just called The Sims.
And the first Sims game is just called Sim People. It's kind of weird, but I'm glad I finally have a Japanese version, because I've been eyeing a Japanese version of The Sims Busting Out since, like, 2009. And so I finally, you know, I guess, fired and got it.
Yeah.
Because I think it only ran me like 800 yen or less, which is like $8 or less. It wasn't very expensive at all, and because I was getting it with a shitload of other stuff I was importing, the shipping cost wasn't even all that bad.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, whatever, I got it. Just like Henry got a Japanese copy of Perfect Dark that he still hasn't played yet.
Well, I tried to play it, but I need to clean the contacts or something, I think.
Yeah, it's probably just dirty, honestly.
Yeah, it's probably dirty. But the Japanese version is neat because... So, they changed the character model for Joanna to make her...
Is she like more Asian now or something?
Yeah.
Because the defaults in Bustin' Out change as well to look more Asian.
Yeah, she looks more Asian, and the other funny thing about that, too, that's...
Did you notice my pee on the floor is still there?
Yeah, because I don't think you hired the maid yet.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to hire the maid for like a couple days. And then we're like, why does the house keep getting dirty? Oh, we forgot the maid.
But yeah, it was funny, though, because, so not only is it made, you know, more Asian, but also the game is genuinely made easier. Because that's a really common trend for British games that go over to Japan for some reason. They make them all super easy in comparison. I don't know why they think the Japanese just can't comprehend, like, difficulty.
Which is weird, because, like, a lot of Japanese games that come over here end up being harder than they were.
Yeah. It's really funny. Like, GoldenEye, I know, was easier in Japan. Okay. I know another first-person shooter as well, but I can't think of what it is right now. You know what's really weird? So I was playing... So I had gotten the Spyro trilogy and Crash Bandicoot trilogy, and I was thinking, you know, where's my favorite PlayStation 1 mascot platforming game? Croc? Why hasn't Croc come out yet on Switch?
Reminds me of Croc 2, Lev.
I know. Come on, Lev. It reminds me of Croc 2. But yeah, it's just kind of weird that they never released out a Croc complete yet, you know?
Apparently Croc 3 was going to be a thing, and it got canceled for some reason.
Yeah.
Also, look, we're up now.
Can I just mention, this game looks amazing in component on GameCube. Like, there's so many, like... I don't know if it's...
I think Max and Goldie just made out, and I missed that when I was originally playing.
Oh. Gross.
Oh no, they're spreading rumors. They're spreading horrible, untrue rumors.
Aren't Max and Goldie brother and sister?
No. They're just like gym bros that live together.
I always used to think that everybody who lived together was either married or, like, brother and sister in The Sims, and so I always got really confused why, like, none of them could sleep with each other.
Just like fucking hate each other.
Yeah, seriously, like, you'd think, oh, you move into the house, they'd be able to sleep together.
Nope.
You just assume that they have high enough friendship, but no, they don't. That's so weird.
No, I remember one time I was playing with somebody, and, like, one of the rare times I got to do double player, single player at somebody else's house where I was player 2. And they're like, yeah, I got stuck at one house.
Call you Muggsy.
Yeah, and they're like, I got stuck at this house for like, you know, a couple days or whatever. Couldn't figure out how to get out of here. And so they finally moved on. And we were going to the nudist colony, Pixel Acres, right? And when we got there, I took control of one of the two NPCs, and they were enemies with the other one.
Yeah.
But it was a one-way enemy ship, so the other one didn't care, but that one, like, fucking hated him.
Yeah, he probably saw you making out with them or something.
Oh, yeah, like Mimi and Mom.
Why does Mom dislike you making out with people? Does she want to make out with
No, the other way. Mimi got jealous when I hugged Mom.
That's right.
And it was just like, wow, wow, wow. And at first I thought something broke, and I was like, oh god, what is it?
Because we had only just fixed the dishwasher, like, the day before.
Oh, look, another party's starting. Your fave.
As you can see, we've already gone through, like, 25 minutes worth, like, of this episode, and it must have been about, what, an hour in real time?
No, I think this was more around the 30-40 minute mark.
So many parties.
Yeah, the parties really...
They
really dragged the pace quite a bit. But fortunately, there's not... I think this is number 3. Because, yeah, we started with Bella, then we did Mom, then we did Mimi. And then we did someone else, too. I don't remember who else, but... Yeah. Point is, we're getting close to the end of the parties, which is nice. Because then we have to do all the partying at Dudley's, which, spoiler for what's coming later in the video, only took us 2 tries, which I was shocked that we got it done that quickly.
Shocked? Well, not that shocked.
I was pretty surprised. That only took 2 tries. Like, that was awesome. I thought for sure we were going to be stuck there for so long.
Right. You know what I'm always kind of impressed by with, like, this game?
Huh.
Look at how, like... Somehow it made split screen that doesn't suck.
Yeah, the split screen mode in this is awesome, actually.
Right? I think it might be the only game that I know where the split screen doesn't just absolutely reek.
The thing that really surprises me, like even to this day, is just how well Sims Bustin' Out holds up, like just as a game in general.
I know, right?
Like, sure, it's not the prettiest looking game anymore.
But then again, you could just blame that on art style more. So,
well, I was gonna say you could blame that on the hardware more than anything.
Well, like, I mean, like...
Because I think the art direction's fine, it's just the...
Well, no, I'm saying, like, as in, you could just say that, oh, it's just an artistic decision rather than, like, an actual, you know, issue, if that makes sense.
Not really.
Because it's, like, not awful, if you will.
Yeah, but the main problem with it is just everything's so low poly.
I mean, honestly, if they were to release out a Sims Busting Out 2 with like a shit ton of
I'll tell you,
new items,
I would just settle for an HD collection of like Sims 1, Sims Busting Out, and maybe like Herbs or something.
No, I want Sims 2 Pets on GameCube in that collection. Because I tried that out a bit.
Is it good?
It certainly is Sims 2 Pets on GameCube. It's really hard to explain. It doesn't really feel like...
Does it feel like the Game Boy one?
It doesn't really feel like the PSP one or the Sims... It feels really weird. You know what I mean? It doesn't really feel like a Sims game on console, if that makes sense.
So it just feels like, what, the PC game or something? Is it like the first step into just making it a straight up port of PC version? Or was it something like different?
I guess it's more like the PSP games than this because you're, you know, controlling the sim rather than controlling the hand.
Okay.
I think I prefer the PSP version, or not PSP. I think I prefer the GBA version, but that's mostly because obviously
I realized I straight up forgot how to play the GBA version of that. Like I tried it out recently, and I'm like, I cannot remember what you were supposed to do.
you have to go find jobs.
I can't figure out where you find the jobs. I've been wandering for like 3 days, and I'm like, where is the jobs?
In the buildings.
What building, though? Every building I go into is either a shop or locked.
You have to go in at a certain time of day.
Oh god, is that what it is?
Yeah, because the game works on a 24-hour cycle, so you have to be there at the specific hour.
Oh yeah, that was nice though, as I fell asleep out here, and one of them was working out, and the sound of them working out stopped me from sleeping. Which I didn't know beforehand that would do that, so...
Oh yeah.
That was nice to find out. And oh god, I'm getting so many messages.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm getting so many messages all of a sudden.
Oh, why?
Oh, I think they're just Connor sharing memes.
Oh, Connor. Okay.
But oh my god, yeah. And here's another thing that is interesting about this game and that you can take advantage of if you ever plan to play it. Basically, you can manipulate how Sims will move through things by deleting walls. If, like, you'd rather them go a certain way instead of going through, like, if you want to keep one particular door clear, you can just clear a section of wall like I'm doing here. Because we got tired of them going through the side door, so I just deleted part of that wall, made it more open concept, and that immediately solved 80% of the auto-pathing issues we were having.
Because apparently Sims Bustin has just comical amounts of auto-pathing issues.
Well, you know. The auto-pathing is usually pretty good, but in this case, it needed a bit, like, I think the biggest issue is just how this house is laid out. Like, because most houses, the auto-pathing is not that big of a deal. Like, it'll get annoying sometimes when they're trying to find a seat, and they just keep going, I don't know.
And of course, my favorite part of auto-pathing. Hey, Chip. Great, go have a bathroom party. Everybody gonna have a bathroom party. Let's all go to the bathroom party.
Yeah, the bathroom parties are a big thing, and it's a real thing too. Like, it happened a few times. I think I cut most of it out though, because it happened while we were asleep. But yeah, no, that auto pathing is just it's so good. Yeah, I'm kind of like, here's the other, okay, so we're back, we've been promoted to paratrooper. Oh, so we're almost done if we're already in the military career.
No, we've still got like 40 minutes of this, so I don't even know what it is left at this point. Is this just all Dudley parties?
I think most of it is Dudley parties.
Dang.
Because yeah, we're at like the halfway point. And I kept both Dudley parties in since A, there's only 2 of them, and B, that doesn't take that long to go through them. Like, it's a little bit of time, but there's interesting stuff to talk about at the Dudley parties too that I kind of wanted to go over. Because like I had kind of an idea of what I wanted to say when I was doing the editing for this, but since I've done the editing, it's been Christmas and I've gone to Vegas and I've come back. So I've forgotten a lot of what I was going to say. I probably should have took notes. But, honestly, I think it's okay that I didn't. I think it's gonna be okay. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, so here's another thing about this house, is those fucking showers. Those things get so dirty so quickly.
Yeah.
You take like one shower on them and they get flies. I hate those outdoor shower things.
Honestly, I kind of like it.
I hate how quickly they get dirty.
I just like the aesthetic of them, though.
The most useful thing that they do is get you naked in Pixel Acres. That's like the most useful thing that they do.
I like them. Hey Chip, are you going to activate the glitch that removes the pixelation from the game so you can look at their Barbie dolls?
It's not even a glitch, it's just like a cheat.
I thought there was like a glitch way too.
Maybe, but I just know the cheat that does it.
Is it a Albomba or Rayman M?
No, it's like
the two cheats that for literally 10 years I always wanted to figure out how to do, and so I had Chip do.
Yeah, and I always kept the secret of how to activate the cheat codes because it was funny.
Yeah.
So like I'd do like the secret button combination and it'd be like La Cucaracha, and Henry'd be like, "What did you do?"
I know, and I always tried to figure it out and I could never get it to work.
It's just L2 circle square.
Even when I try that, it doesn't work.
Just L2
Probably
circle
because
square.
Probably because the GameCube doesn't have a circle button.
Yeah, it doesn't work on the GameCube version. That only works on the PS2 version. But that's fine because the GameCube version sucks.
I kind of like it. Not gonna lie, I've 100%ed Rayman Arena on GameCube. And
God, really?
yeah, I enjoy it.
Oh, I hate the GameCube version.
Is it the best version of the game? No, not really, but it works.
Oh man, yeah, I hate the GameCube.
No, we still got Dudley's party to do.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying.
No, I mean as in we haven't asked him to join us yet. You just invited him over.
Oh, okay, yeah, so I have one, so he's the last person I have to invite, and then we're gonna go party at Dudley's. Okay, that makes more sense.
So, who is, like, the worst of the PS2, or of the PS1 mascots?
Who are the choices?
A mascot. Well, like, you know, the major players from the PS1 days.
So Spyro and Crash?
You got Spyro, Crash, Rayman,
Rayman wasn't really a
Croc.
PS1 mascot, though. He was a multi-plat.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, any of those kind of, that era that wasn't a Nintendo exclusive. Or Sonic, obviously.
The worst of those?
Yeah, like, whose main game is the worst? Like, because Crash...
I think I gotta give that to Croc.
Crash has a bad first impression.
Oh, Crash has a way bad first impression.
Admittedly not that bad, because I think Crash 2 and 3 are worse games overall. Perhaps Crash
they
1
control better.
Even then, I don't really like the controls all that much.
Yeah,
really, Crash wasn't
thing
good
is,
for me until the GameCube one.
Well, what I'll say about Crash is, and this is going to be a controversial opinion, but...
Did you see that? I walked all the way around the table to sit in that corner.
Yeah.
Why?
What I will say is, Crash is not a 3D platformer. It is a 2.5D platformer. You do not have a full 365 degrees of movement. It is not a 3D platformer.
Here's what I'm going to say.
It's a 2.5D platformer that masquerades as a 3D platformer.
Here's what I'm going to say. Crash is a 3D...
And it's kind of mediocre.
Crash is a completely 3D platformer. In that one game on GBA that acts like a Spyro game.
Yes. But yeah, no, the PS1 ones are not 3D platformers, and honestly, they're kind of mediocre. The jumping controls kind of suck. Just the way stages are laid out is like some of the most asshole-ish stage design I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I play stuff on the NES.
Here's the thing.
Most of that feels more fair.
Here's the thing. I get it. it was by a company called Naughty Dog, but that doesn't mean that you have to literally be naughty to play it.
And here's the thing, like their follow-up to Crash, fucking Jak and Daxter, is so much better than any of the Crashes, it's kind of irrelevant.
And, like, here's the thing, too. Crash and Daxter kind of sucks compared to Ratchet and Clank anyways, because the team behind Spyro, I can't think of what they were originally.
Insomniac.
Yeah, Insomniac is just
who now makes Spider-Man.
Yeah, Insomniac is just the better game company, man.
They really are, because
Naughty Dog went on to make Jak and Daxter, which was, like, kind of mediocre.
Now Jak and Daxter is pretty good.
It's not as good as Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
It's pretty good, though.
It's fine.
It's pretty good.
But, like, you know, I think
I don't know about Jak 2 or 3, haven't played him yet, but the first Jak, pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, it's alright. There's nothing to hate on it specifically.
Then after that,
but
they
I will say
made
this.
Uncharted.
Yeah, Uncharted is their only other game I know of them.
No, they made... I think they did Last of Us, didn't they?
I don't know. As I said, that's the only one that I really know by them.
But yeah, Uncharted, it's flashy.
Uncharted is cool concept-wise, and, I mean, the movie was actually really good. I really liked the movie.
It's cool, but, like, it's one of those quote-unquote games that doesn't feel like a game.
See,
it feels more like somebody wanted to make a movie, got laughed out of Hollywood, and so thought, well, I'll put the bare minimum amount of controls required for it to be classified as a quote-unquote game, and then release it that way.
Here's the thing. I don't have any real problems with it in terms of gameplay-wise.
But
it just feels
it's
like...
so shallow.
It feels like a more quick-time event-heavy version of the new Tomb Raiders. And you can tell the new Tomb Raiders were pretty much...
inspired by that.
Well, we're inspired by that, but did it better.
Yeah, the Tomb Raider games have more gameplay in them. Like here's the thing. Uncharted, it's okay. Like, it would be a lot better if there was more actual game to it, rather than just the flashy visuals.
And also, like, I don't care about shitty puzzles. Like, please stop. Please stop putting, like, a block puzzle and calling it a game.
Like, I don't know. I want my games to actually have gameplay to them. I don't know why that's controversial today. But like if you dare to shit on any game that acts like a movie with a couple QuickTime events in it, people jump down your throat and go, you haven't even tried the greatest game of all time. You're stupid.
Like, there is room for...
Yeah, there's room for that kind of experience, but it's not really a game.
I mean, here's the thing.
If there's a game, there's a possibility of failure. But in those games, especially shit like Heavy Rain, which is my favorite whipping boy for this because it's the most egregious example. It literally does not matter what you do. It does not matter if you do the QuickTime events or if you just fucking ignore them. The story will progress exactly the same.
At that point.
And they're not even really games. It's so... Yeah. It's infuriating.
What's that one that...
Like, if it's a game, you have to be able to lose. You can't just win. You have to be able to lose. Losing is what makes a game a game. Otherwise, it's just a narrative that you interact with occasionally. And that's fine. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that.
Unless if your game is purely based off of RNG, in which case, then yes, you are a bad game, and you shouldn't even be classified as interactive media.
Honestly, I would take that over, like, Heavy Rain. No. I would take a game that's 100% RNG over Heavy Rain.
No, because, honestly, I mean, probably over Heavy Rain, but that's mostly because I don't know anything about Heavy Rain, really.
Heavy Rain is that fucking game where, like, you're running around in the city, and
well, like, I know about it, but I just don't know anything about it because I don't bother playing shit. It's like L.A. Noire. I got, like, 10 minutes into the game, realized that it's kind of boring, and gave up on it because it's just not fun.
Oh, it's fun in small doses, but...
Like, Heavy Noire, or not Heavy Noire, L.A. Noire...
Heavy Noire. That's the kind of game I want to play.
Yeah, like, L.A. Noire is basically what I would say...
I would...
is the basis to a cool cutscene in a video game.
I don't know. I would say L.A. Noire is cool. It'd be like a really fucking awesome game, but it's such a broken mess.
And, like, again, I think it's pretty cool because I've seen the I've seen the MatPat video where he explains that it actually works.
MatPat? What are you? Are you like 6 or something? Watching fucking MatPat?
Hey, especially for the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, you still have to watch MatPat.
Well, Five Nights at Freddy's, are you fucking 6?
Hey, I play Security Breach exclusively. That one's a fun one because it's the 3D like open world game, and that's kind of why I like
sick
it.
of open world shit.
Not open world, sorry. 3D like stealth game. It's not you're sitting behind a desk the entire game is what I was trying to say. You control yourself and you actually can physically move in space.
You can actually do things.
Yeah,
Besides
and also
close the door and occasionally turn on a flashlight.
Yeah, and like you literally get like as you play through the game, you unlock more abilities and stuff, and there's just like a sense of progression and things can be fun.
Well, that's good.
And like at one point, you just get a fucking laser gun, and at that point, the game gets really easy in comparison to how it had been, because up to that point, you had to like kind of stealth around and hide every time that somebody's coming at you. Once you get that, and you get the camera, which stuns enemies. What you can do is you can just stun them with either the gun or the camera, and you're done. You pretty much don't have to do anything else for the rest of that time. You're just like, oh yeah, and now you're stunned. Goodbye.
We got really off topic, but we're going to Dudley's right now. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, one failed party at Dudley's later. Yeah, so we lost the first party.
Which, I mean, honestly, we didn't even lose it that hard. It was just mostly down
we had one person who was at a 3, and everybody else was at 6 or higher.
It was down to the fact that we started out, they were like a 7, and you just kind of ignored them, and then they left first.
I thought they would last that time, but they didn't, so
again,
whatever.
You had to have like at least a 10 with everybody, or else they'll draw.
Yeah, so we were just like, you know what, fuck it, we'll come back tomorrow, try it again. Because we were exhausted. Oh, I think I throw another party here, too, after Dudley's party.
I wonder if
because we locked Goldie and... Oh, wait, no. No, that happens tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, so at the party tomorrow, Dudley and Goldie are at work. And they end up getting stuck at work for an extra day. But, the party at Dudley's, like, the failed one anyway, literally you guys aren't missing much. I think I went around and talked to a few people and played a video game for a little while. It's going to be exactly the same thing.
Yeah, we didn't really change our strategy. Wow, Chip.
So I felt like having both of them in was...
Yeah. Why is Rayman Arena so cheap right now?
Because for some reason people online really fucking hate Rayman Arena.
Especially the PS2 version is super cheap.
I don't know why people hate people hate the PS2 version of it a lot, and I'm like, that's the better version though.
Here's the thing, I just want to find a copy of the GameCube version, just so that... Do you have a copy already?
Nope.
Mostly just so I can put it on that SD card.
I do not.
But also the other thing I wanted to do is see if Rayman... I think it's called Rayman N?
Oh, the PS1 version?
Yeah.
Which is just the race levels from the PS2 version?
No, that's the British version. Is it Rayman Racing?
Yeah, no, Rayman M. It's just the racing version.
No, Rayman Rush.
Yeah, it's just the racing stages from the PS2 version, but on the PS1.
Yeah, here we go. I'm sorry, I just...
I think Henry's hyped because the leaked Rayman 4 prototype.
Yeah.
So he's got Rayman on the brain.
That, and also, I just been playing some, like, classic... classic games, and it's been fun experiencing, a game that isn't just... For some reason, there's a lot of games that I've been playing lately that have been basically Halo.
Oh, here, you want Rayman Arena and Bionicle for $9?
Kind of. Wait, how much shipping?
$9.
14.
$9 shipping.
Gosh. Actually, I can't remember if I have Bionicle or not. I think I might have Bionicle.
I don't think you do.
Bionicle's pretty cool because it's like the next game that Traveler's Tales worked on. So.
Oh, so it was like early days of their Lego-ness.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another tragic story there.
Honestly, like.
Yeah, and so because you can only skip every other day of work, we decided to try to go to work today, but one of us fails to make it.
Me.
Oh yeah, it was you. And so you're like, shit, I'm just gonna have to get a different job.
Yeah.
And switch back.
So fun fact, if you just switch jobs, you can inevitably, or you can
just infinitely skip work.
infinitely just skip work. Is that fucking Sylveon?
Yep. Also, the lid is warped. I have a TCG tin that I got for Christmas, and the lid is warped, so it doesn't stay on correctly. And it's been annoying me a lot. Oh, I forgot this paper comes off. Yeah, oh yeah, you end up, you tickled Mortimer, and he's like, no, fuck off.
But I had friendship with him. I thought I could tickle him all I wanted.
Henry thought he could kiss him like he did the General.
No, I will.
Which, you made that joke like several times in the original version.
And we realized that nobody would have any clue about us.
So, have fun not knowing that context. We'll reveal that context when we get to the Pentagon.
We will reveal that
or
context.
Or the Octagon, I mean.
We will reveal that context when I actually do it.
Yep, when Henry kisses the General, we will reveal that context. Because it'll pretty much be the same context. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna see.
So yeah, as we're starting to come to a close here, because I think it's only like a minute, or an hour and 7 minutes total, and we're at 51. Henry, moving forward on our Sims Bustin' Out adventure, do you have anything in particular that you want people to look out for, or anything?
Specifically to look out for? Quicksand. That's not very good.
I meant in the game.
I know. Honestly, I don't know. At this point, I'm just gonna say it. We've kind of got... It's smooth sailing for a little bit, right? What house are we at?
I think the next one we were going to was Goth Manor.
Oh yeah, then we're good. We got some time.
That's true. We do have time before we get to another one of the really bullshitty houses.
Club Rub is bullshittiness, but not that bad.
Yeah, Club Rub kind of sucks.
Honestly, it's not as bad as this house.
Yeah, this is probably the worst one in the game, honestly. Either this or Pixel Acres. Neither one of those are particularly fun. But, hey, free Weiss Schwartz card. Sick. I got a mouse pad. Or actually, I guess it's actually a game mat. You're supposed to use it with card games. And oh no, this isn't a fucking Weiss Schwartz card. This is something else. Build Divide. I've never heard of Build Divide. Huh. Okay. Yeah, it came with a free card though, so cool. I'll take it. Oh, our fucking dishwasher broke again, and the maid came and fixed it.
Dang it, maid, just come already. Man, why is freaking
so that was the other reason why I have interest in Dragonfly.
On GameCube?
I think so. If it's not on GameCube, it's on PS2.
Why is it so expensive on GameCube? Like, I was thinking, one of the worst reviewed games of all time would be kind of, cheap. But apparently no, it's expensive as shit. It's like $25 if you want the case. It's crazy.
Yeah, and the another kind of funny thing that happens in this house all the time is because those bathrooms are so skinny, it's like impossible to light them properly.
Yeah, I was saying, you know what we really need that I think Sims 4 might have added in? I can't remember.
Ceiling lights?
Well, I was going to say the ability to have catty corner wall objects. So...
Well, that wouldn't help in those bathrooms because it's still like a 1x2.
No, yeah, so you could have the window and then on the same tile up against the wall by the door or by the toilet, you could have a light.
Yeah, but if it's by the toilet, you still can't change it, and it won't go by the door because the door will open into it. Like, you need to keep the area by the door clear. So it doesn't solve the problem. It reduces the problem, but it doesn't solve it.
You know what else they need to do? They need to add in a light that doesn't break.
There is one. It's called the candelabra.
And I think the torch?
Nope, torch goes out.
Why? Why don't they have future light bulbs that don't break?
I'm telling you, only way to do it. Candelabras everywhere. It's the best light source in the game. It doesn't burn out, it doesn't go out.
And it gives you room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but candelabra looks kind of uggo.
Wow, Henry the anti-Liberace over here.
Yeah, I'm anti-libre me from hell. God, I remember, speaking of that song, I remember one time I did some stupid project in an art class, and I wrote, like, I was supposed to, like, write some lyrics of your song on a thing, or whatever. And so, for whatever reason, I did that song, and, like, I wrote it in, like, a ring around some artwork for this class. I just remember doing that. I was like, oh yeah, and then our trash turns to vomit.
Yeah, you're trying to take trash out, and you're like, oh, it turned to vomit. And I'm like, oh yeah, that happens sometimes. And like, trash turns to vomit.
Yeah, I just ate the trash.
No, I'm sorry, that was Connor, because I was playing multiplayer on Xbox with him out in the other room. And that happened, and he was like, what the? I think my character grew up. No, I'm sorry, that doesn't happen in this one. But here we go. It's going to be the successful Dudley party now. And not a moment too soon. It's really weird how we seem to be dropping frames as we travel along here. Not sure what's going on with that. But,
I think that's just how the game is, honestly.
I think it does kind of lag a little bit in the loading screen for some reason.
What the heck is perky little things? What? What are you trying to sell me, eBay?
And now that we're at Dudley's house, you can see pretty much exactly what we did before. And yeah, it had been so long since we had played, I'd forgotten that we built Dudley like a little side trailer and stuff.
Yeah.
So I ended up seeing it, and I just started laughing. Because I was like, I forgot we did that.
Yeah, I remember when we did it too. I don't remember why I remember it right now, but I do remember. I wonder where the sleepy boy got off to.
He's probably just, sleeping somewhere. As he do. So, here's one thing that I will never forget when trying to do Party at Dudley's. And that was the first time our mom got serious about, actually trying to beat this game. Henry, you remember that when she was, trying to figure out how to party at Dudley's and she, was crying?
Yeah.
She had done it, 10 times and it wouldn't work.
Well, remember your guidebook had it wrong, too. The official guidebook said you only had to have, 3.
I didn't have the guidebook yet. I think we Googled it or something.
Probably found a game FAQ.
It probably was a game FAQ, honestly.
You know what's really sad? Game FAQs just don't work anymore. The website is broken half the time.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's sad because I remember going on there, and I actually still have them somewhere, where I copied a few of the of the walkthroughs for Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Kingdom Hearts, and maybe a few other games, and I saved them into Word 95 documents or whatever. And it's so funny because every time that you try to open it, it has to convert it into a newer format of Word so that word can actually understand what it's saying. And it breaks some of the... Like, they did, like, pixel art and stuff at the tops of them, and those are just broken.
Oh, man. Yeah, and...
And you can see I'm done with parties to the point where I just...
Yeah, Henry just, like, did whatever, pretty much. Because it doesn't matter. Only one of us has to get that, and I think it's whoever's player one.
Chip, look who I'm talking to.
The General. Oh, the prophecy's been foretold now, guys. Henry will kiss the General. It's just a matter of...
Somehow, I don't know why, it doesn't even matter how hard you...
And there we go, finally.
The best friend, my man.
And we got that stupid red car. That was the only thing that you get for partying at Dudley's. You put up with all this bullshit. The only thing you get is that fucking car.
Which admittedly is pretty cool.
It's a cool car, but like, goddamn, was it really worth all the effort we went to get it? This time, I'd say it was, but other times we played, like, I think when we did the PS2 version, we had to party at Dudley's like 4 or 5 times. That time was not worth it. Not at all.
I mean, yeah, it's just not that fun. And you know what else is really not fun? Whenever you save and quit, because your relations will, like, drop a little bit every time that you save and quit. So it can be the difference between winning this and losing it.
Yeah, really. It's just, oh, it's so frustrating. And, like, looking at some of the faces that I'm seeing right now, it's like, oh god, they're so low poly.
Especially your face, if you ever noticed in the corner.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we really, I really want an HD remake of these. Like, EA, come on. EA. Bring back The Sims Bustin' Out.
Even better, the 4K Ultra HD release.
And if you don't want to, like, you know, work to rebuild it, just make it backwards compatible on Series X.
Yeah. I
would, you know, I would probably, if you guys did that, if that was something that EA ever did, if they, you know, if, like, an announcement came out tomorrow that said, EA putting all the Xbox Sims games on backwards compatibility list, I would go out, I would get a Series X, and I would probably post on Twitter that EA is the greatest game company ever because of that.
Honestly, I just want to get one.
I want one too, but the problem is there's just not enough games I want to play on it yet.
I've got like 5 games already for it in anticipation of the day that I get it. I'm so hyped for it, and it's just a matter of getting one.
Yeah, see, there's just not all that much I want to play.
Because so much is backwards compatible with it, though. It's so nice.
That's nice. Honestly, most of the stuff I do want to play on it is original Xbox or 360 games, like
or
Unleashed.
Xbox One.
Oh my god, I want to play Unleashed on
Xbox One stuff is mostly compatible.
Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't be.
There's some... Well, there's hardware differences. Oh yeah, I remember what I did right as we were about to leave the house.
What?
I said it. Throw a party!
Oh yeah.
Just to mess with you.
But yeah, we're reaching the end of this particular house.
I think I just have to go to work.
This house is so long. Yeah, you have to get promoted. But yeah, this house took way too long for no good reason. Because it always just takes forever, which is why I was dreading doing this. I think that's another reason why we stopped playing, was just because this house takes so goddamn long. That you and I were just like, do we have to? And we thought about it, and eventually we were like, yeah, I think we do. Damn it. Yep, and see, there you go. You're always the first one up, I noticed. Your sim always wakes up before mine.
I think I have different stats or whatever that makes me sleepy less.
Yeah, I think you have more active. Because if you have a higher active, you don't need to sleep as much. Which, man, yeah, let me tell you, got back in from Vegas at, like, what, 11 last night?
11:30.
Yeah, something like that. I passed out probably within half an hour of getting home. And woke up this morning at like 10:30.
And the funny thing was, like, Chip still woke up before me. Admittedly, I was probably up until like 2 or 3 just playing games.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't hear me snore.
Oh, I'm sure I did. I was just kind of...
Although, I gotta say, if you think I snore loud, you should hear Kenneth snore.
Oh.
Like, that was on dad level sometimes. Like, last night, when we were driving home, we got into, like, this really bad spot of traffic, and it wasn't because there was an accident or anything, it's just because the fog was so thick, you could literally only see about 3 feet in front of you.
Oh, God.
And so he's just like, okay, I'm going to take a nap. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And so he leans back in the chair, and within a few minutes, I just hear... Like, it was loud enough to where I had to turn up my podcast a little bit so I could hear it.
Oh, God.
Or like, and he falls asleep super fucking fast too. So like, I was trying to go to bed like every night up there, and I was like tired. I was like getting close, and like right as I feel like I'm finally about to drift off, I hear, and suddenly, oh shit, I'm awake. Damn it. Guess I'm awake.
Damn it, Nappa.
Damn it, not here.
Damn it, not here.
So yeah, that was yeah. I did end up sleeping okay. Oh yeah, I also replaced all the bulbs, and Henry's like, just hire somebody to do it.
Yeah, we've got infinite simoleons, basically.
Yeah, but I could just do it, and it takes a few seconds. It gives me something to do. Because I don't need to study or anything.
Yes, you do. How
Well,
else are you
all my
supposed to-
stats minus creative are maxed.
How else are you supposed to ace your college entrance exam?
Yeah, all my stats minus creative are maxed. And that's simply because for that...
We're doing it at the next house.
Yep. Where we can play on that awesome synth.
Jiggle that thing.
Jiggle that thing.
I still can't figure out what it's called to look up the music on YouTube ever for it.
It's Pixel Booty.
Pixel Booty. You know you love that song.
Yeah, and that I love how it also makes people go naked later on in the game too.
Right? Once you unlock that Pixel Booty shake, I wish you could choose what music you're gonna play. You know what I mean? That'd be a cool mechanic. If you could, like, pick the song difficulty. And so, like...
Yep, and it's like, hey.
There's no way they'll let you get promoted.
And then Henry, you're gonna... Oh, you forgot to change your job back.
No, I didn't.
Then why are you changing... Oh, no, I'm changing my job, okay.
No, my bus came an hour later than yours, remember?
Ah, that's what it was.
Yeah, I just saw the pop-ups.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, Henry, let's check. Or you were like, are you sure that's the right one for the next house? And I'm like, yeah. And we looked it up, and I'm like, it should be the only one that we haven't increased yet. So there you go. Now Henry's going to get promoted.
So what is the deal with Studio 8, by the way?
We already did Studio 8.
Yeah, but what's the deal with Studio 8?
I know you really hated Studio 8 when I was going through the editing.
I hate this round of houses for the most part.
Yeah, the second tier houses really kind of suck. Or I guess this is actually third tier, because technically Mom's house is first.
Mad Scientist has the best houses. Did you ever notice that?
And he's like, yeah, I'm ready to go to the fucking lab.
Like, did you ever notice that, though? Every house in the Mad Scientist route is, like, S tier. So you got Dudley's house.
Oh, man, yeah, and they got home first. They got
Yeah.
home first before me. But then they cock-block you from going in.
Yeah, Chip, so you got Dudley's house, then you've got,
So yeah, now we're both mad scientists, and I think that's where we end. So, see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.